At the start, it felt like a movie. The constant messages. The good morning and good night texts. The big compliments. The long calls where they said, "I've never felt this way about anyone before." Maybe they told you that you were their soulmate in the first week. Maybe they talked about moving in, marriage, kids, or forever when you barely knew each other. Maybe they showered you with gifts, attention, affection, and promises. And a part of you thought, this is what love is supposed to feel like. Finally, someone sees me. But slowly, something else crept in. Suddenly, they were upset if you didn't reply fast enough. They got jealous when you spent time with friends or family. They started saying things like, "If you really loved me, you'd answer right away," or "I just care about us more than you do." The compliments turned into guilt trips. The attention turned into pressure. The "I love you" started to feel more like a demand than a gift. If that feels familiar, you may not have been lucky in love. You may have been love-bombed. Love bombing is not just intense romance. It is a form of emotional manipulation that uses overwhelming affection, attention, and promises to gain control over you and make you dependent. At first, it looks like everything you ever wanted. Later, it becomes everything you're afraid to lose. This is not a video to make you feel stupid for falling for it. This is a video to explain what love bombing really is, the warning signs most people miss, and the systems you can use to protect yourself, without becoming cold, bitter, or closed off to real love. This is Connect with Care. If you want relationships that feel safe instead of overwhelming, consider liking this video and subscribing to Connect with Care. The more tools you have, the harder you are to manipulate. Let's start with what love bombing actually is. Love bombing is when someone overwhelms you with affection, praise, communication, and often gifts at the beginning of a relationship, or during a reconciliation, to quickly create a feeling of intense connection. It is not just someone being enthusiastic or romantic. It is affection used as a tool. Psychologists describe it as an attempt to influence or control another person with demonstrations of attention and affection that are out of proportion to how well you actually know each other or how much trust has been built. It often shows up in 3 phases. First, the idealization phase. You are perfect. You're everything they ever wanted. They can't believe they met you. They tell you no one has ever understood them like you do. They might say, "I don't know what I'd do without you," very early on. Second, the devaluation phase. Once you're attached, once you've let your guard down, the tone begins to shift. They start to criticize, control, or test you. They may accuse you of being selfish if you set boundaries. They may punish you with withdrawal, silent treatment, or anger if you don't respond the way they want. Third, the discard or withdrawal phase. When they feel they've lost control, or when you start to see through them, they may pull away suddenly, move on quickly, or return only to start the cycle again. Not every intense relationship is love bombing. But love bombing always has one thing in common: there is an underlying need for control. The goal is not just to love you. The goal is to become the center of your world so that you feel scared to lose them and easier to control. Let's talk about some specific warning signs that what you're experiencing might be love bombing, not healthy love. Warning sign number 1: unrealistic speed. They move the emotional pace of the relationship extremely fast. After a few dates, they're already talking about soulmates, forever, destiny, or how you're different from anyone they've ever met. They want to lock in commitment, exclusivity, moving in, marriage talk, before you've had time to really observe them in different situations. Healthy attraction can be strong and quick, but healthy love respects time. Love bombing rushes time on purpose. Warning sign number 2: constant contact and overcommunication of feelings. They text you all day, every day. They expect immediate replies. If you take a few hours to respond because you were working, with family, or just resting, they guilt you. They might say things like, "I was worried," but the energy feels more like, "How dare you not be available to me?" They might send long paragraphs about how deeply they feel for you, very early on, and expect you to mirror that level of depth back quickly. Warning sign number 3, big gestures that feel more like a performance than care. They show up with grand gifts, surprise trips, over-the-top posts on social media about how amazing you are, all before there's a stable foundation. Sometimes you've said you're overwhelmed, and they respond by going even bigger. They say, "I'll do anything for you, nobody will ever love you like this," or "Other people don't appreciate you like I do." The bigger the gesture, the bigger the hook. Warning sign number 4, early declarations of love and future talk that feel rushed. They say, "I love you," very quickly and seem hurt or offended if you're not ready to say it back. They may talk about marriage, kids, moving in, or merging finances in what feels like fast forward. If you try to slow things down, they might act wounded. They might say, "I thought you felt it too," or "I guess I care more than you do." Warning sign number 5, jealousy and control hidden inside, "I just love you so much." At first, their intense focus feels flattering. But over time, their care starts to isolate you. They get upset when you see your friends or family. They need constant reassurance that you're not going to leave. They question who you're with, where you are, why you didn't answer instantly. If you pull back even a little, the warmth can turn cold very fast. Suddenly you're being blamed for making them insecure. Warning sign number 6, your body feels overwhelmed, even when your mind is flattered. On the surface, everything looks romantic. But your stomach is tight. You feel on edge. You feel pressure to respond, to reassure, to keep up, to prove you're as intense as they are. You might find yourself thinking things like, "This is too much, too soon," but then immediately feeling guilty for thinking that. If you are asking yourself, "Is this love bombing or just real love?" that question itself is a signal to slow down. So what can you do? It's not enough to just know the signs. You need systems that make it hard for someone to rush you, isolate you, or talk you out of your own pace. Think of it as a love bombing prevention system. There are 4 key parts to this system. First, pace. Second, observation. Third, boundaries. Fourth, support. Let's start with pace. Love bombing thrives on speed. If the relationship can reach commitment before your body and brain have time to fully process what's happening, it becomes much harder to walk away later. Your prevention system starts with a simple rule: you are allowed to slow things down. This might sound like, "I like you, but I move slowly. I want to get to know you over time. Big commitments are off the table for me for the first few months. I don't say, 'I love you,' until I've seen how we handle conflicts and hard days." If that sentence feels scary to say, notice that. Ask yourself why. Healthy people might be a bit disappointed if they were hoping for faster progress, but they will respect your pace. Love bombers will push harder or make you feel guilty. Second, observation. Instead of focusing only on how you feel with them in the honeymoon moments, pay attention to what they do in small, ordinary situations. How do they react when you set a tiny boundary, like, "I'm going to sleep now, I'll reply tomorrow"? How do they respond when you spend time with friends or family instead of texting? How do they talk about their exes? Are all their exes crazy, ungrateful, manipulative? Do they apologize when they're wrong, or do they always have an excuse? Your prevention system asks one main question: do their actions over time line up with their words? Love bombing is heavy on words and light on consistent, respectful behavior. Third, boundaries. You need a few non-negotiable boundaries that protect your time, your relationships, and your sense of self. For example, you decide how quickly you respond to messages. Your phone is not an emergency alarm for someone else's anxiety. You keep some nights or spaces as yours, time with friends, family, or alone time, that is not negotiable, even for someone newly special. You do not share certain vulnerabilities, financial details, or move in, until they've shown long-term consistency. You can also set communication boundaries, like, I don't like being pressured to reply right away. If I don't answer, it doesn't mean I don't care. I'm not comfortable with big gifts or future plans yet. Let's slow this down. I won't decide something this big in the middle of an argument or after a big romantic gesture. I need time to think alone. Someone who is genuinely interested in you will listen, and may even be relieved to go at a healthier pace. Someone who is using love bombing will likely argue, pout, sulk, or escalate the pressure. 4th, support. Love bombing works best when you are isolated. One huge part of your prevention system is keeping your social support strong. That means telling 1 or 2 trusted friends what's happening, honestly, without editing it to sound better than it is. Asking, from the outside, does this feel too fast or too intense, and really listening to the answer. Not dropping your hobbies, routines, or support systems just because someone new arrived. Your friends may notice red flags you're too close to see. If everyone who loves you is gently saying, this feels like too much, too fast, take that seriously. Another part of support is your relationship with yourself. If deep down you believe you are hard to love, not enough, or always abandoned, love bombing will feel like water in a desert. Part of preventing love bombing is doing the slow, unglamorous work of building a life where you feel valuable, connected, and capable even when you're single. That could be therapy, journaling, building friendships, finding communities, deepening your own interests. The more you like your own life, the harder it is for someone to rush in and make you feel like they are the only good thing you'll ever get. Now let's get very practical. Here are some concrete phrases you can use when things feel like they are moving too fast. I appreciate how much you like me, but this is moving faster than I'm comfortable with. Let's slow the pace. I don't make big decisions this quickly. If that's a problem for you, we might not be a good fit. Grand gestures make me uncomfortable this early. I prefer smaller, consistent things over time. I need nights where I'm not on my phone all the time. It doesn't mean I care less. When you say you can't live without me, it feels like pressure, not romance. Please don't say that. You are not asking for too much by saying these things. You are asking for emotional safety. If someone reacts to these boundaries with anger, guilt-tripping, or threats to leave, they are showing you the truth much faster than they intended. Believe that truth. What if you're watching this and realizing that you might have love bombed someone yourself? Maybe you recognize that you move fast, get obsessed quickly, send too many messages, or push for commitment out of your own fear of abandonment. This is also part of the story. Love bombing can come from narcissism and a need for control, but it can also come from deep insecurity and anxiety. If that's you, the first step is not to shame yourself, but to become aware. You can ask, why do I need this person to respond right away for me to feel okay? Why do I feel the urge to say, I love you, or I can't live without you, so soon? What am I afraid will happen if we go slower? You can work on giving yourself some of the reassurance you're trying to extract from another person. You might also need support, a therapist, a coach, or a group, to work on your own attachment wounds, so you don't unconsciously repeat the pattern. Whether you've been love bombed, done the love bombing, or both, the path forward is the same. Slow down. Tell the truth. Set boundaries. Build a life you actually trust. If this video is stirring something in you, memories of relationships that started like a fairy tale and ended with confusion, shame, or fear, take a breath. Place a hand over your heart if you can. Silently say to yourself, I am allowed to take things slowly. I am allowed to want safety more than intensity. I am allowed to walk away from what feels overwhelming and pressured. You do not owe anyone your speed, your constant access, or your future. Real love does not need to rush you into surrendering your independence, your friendships, or your sense of reality. Real love can handle, not yet. Real love can handle boundaries. Real love does not need to frighten you into staying. This is Connect with Care, and if you are still here, it means something and you want safer, steadier love. If this roadmap helped you, consider liking this video and subscribing to Connect with Care so more people who need this can find it. In the comments, if you feel comfortable, you can share this one sentence. I choose pace and safety over pressure and fantasy. No details, no names. Just that sentence. Someone scrolling might read it and realize they're allowed to do the same. You are not too sensitive for wanting time. You are not cold for needing consistency. You are not ungrateful for feeling overwhelmed by grand gestures that ignore your boundaries. You are a human being whose nervous system needs safety, not a character in someone else's fantasy. You are allowed to protect your heart without closing it. You're allowed to want love that feels like home, not a roller coaster. And you deserve a relationship where the words, I love you, feel like a shelter, not a trap.